Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome back or welcome to The Hawk. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or my lives, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. I had a lovely chat this morning with Spirit. I sat with several of my guides and had a glorious conversation. Good morning, Wesley. Hi there, darling. It's good to see you here. It's a beautiful day, isn't it, Wes? Many times we feel stuck or at a standstill. Today's spirit reminds us that that feeling of being stuck or at a standstill is like a calling. It's a calling to ask us to take small steps forward, finding our way back to the essence of who we are. Now, quite often when we're feeling that stuck feeling, the answers that we seek are in our heart space. And when we're going through some hard times or when we're struggling with feeling stuck, for those of you that are just joining, good morning. I'm talking, and happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. That is right to all of our American friends. Happy Thanksgiving. The answers that we are seeking are within our heart space. And quite often, without even realizing that, we run from that space. We run from that heart space because sometimes it's difficult to tap into what we need to heal in order to move forward. So when we're struggling with moving forward, we're getting further and further and further away from that heart space. And Spirit says, and I posted this on my Facebook page this morning, Spirit says, we believe in you. And may the words that we speak on coming back into that heart space be the spark to ignite the fire within to allow growth, change, and healing. Growth, change, and healing. So, as we navigate through those feelings, and we've all been there, we have all felt stuck. We have all felt paused or at a standstill. We've all kind of spent some time there, haven't we? And coming back into the essence of who we are and running forward into that heart space rather than running away from it. Spirit has been talking to me a lot today about how we run away from what needs to be healed or felt. We run away from what we're willing to allow ourselves to work through. And sometimes we're seeking things that are outside of us. How do you know what we need healed from? I'm sorry, I'm not put my glasses on to read that. How do we know what we need healed from to unpause the stuck situation? Good question. Very good question. So if you're feeling stuck or a pause and you're not quite sure why, sometimes you're right. We don't know what that pause or what that stuck feeling is. Quite often that pause, we're feeling it from the spirit dimensions to bring us to a space of it's time to grow forward. It's time to learn something new. It's time to tap into that space of, okay, it's time to change and to shift and to grow. It might not always be something that's unhealed. It might not necessarily be something that's unhealed, but quite often when we're at that pause, our angels and guides, our people in the spirit dimensions are saying it's time to shift, it's time to grow, it's time to change and allow yourself to kind of have that evolving space. So what do you do with that when it's about just that, I'll call it autopilot mode, where we just feel we're navigating through just through everyday life without a whole lot of going forward? Get exploring new things, whether it be, anything to do with spirituality or new interests, or in allowing yourself to have that time to pause and to hear what you need. The answers we need are always within. Our heart and our soul knows more than what we may know up here. And it's about giving yourself some time to hear that and to be able to pause and to be able to come back and to be able to say, you know what, yeah, I think it's time to kind of shift or to learn or to grow or to heal something that I've been holding on to. It's not unusual for these feelings of the pause or the standing still, or if you want to use the term I'm feeling stuck. A lot of people use that I'm feeling stuck. That's how it feels to a lot of people. That is your intuition. That is your spirit guides. That is your higher self saying it's time to shift. It's time to take a small step forward. It's time to get exploring. It's time to tap into what you might be holding on to. It's time to work through another process. And that feeling that you're getting, like I said earlier, is your awareness. That is your awareness. So I'll read the quote again. It is on my, like I said, it is on my Facebook page. So this is what I channeled from Spirit. Many times we feel stuck or at a standstill. Today, Spirit reminds you that this feeling is asking you to take a small step forward in finding your way back to the essence of who you really are. The answers you seek are in your heart. Sometimes we run away from the heart space. Be brave and run towards it. Spirit says, believe in you. We believe in you, and may our words be the spark that lights the fire within you to heal. Allow growth, allow change and growth. Much love. Much love. One thing that we kind of have to remind ourselves is that we are here to grow and we are here to learn and we are here to navigate through those processes. And I think sometimes we do become frustrated with ourselves, or we become uncertain or unsure, and we kind of have that feeling of standstill. I loved that quote this morning from Spirit. I was very grateful to feel that and to lean into that and to be reminded of the answers are always within. Always within. So I do hope that resonated with you. I'd love to hear your comments or suggestions and thoughts on that message this morning from Spirit. It's always great to share what I feel. It is Thanksgiving weekend for our American friends. Here in Canada, we have had our Thanksgiving. I love the energy of Thanksgiving, bringing people, friends, and family together, or just sitting in the vibration of gratitude. I like to celebrate Thanksgiving every day. I have a lot to be thankful for and a lot to give. I like to give. I like to give energy. I like to give my time. I love to share. I believe in sharing. This is why I do these lives and why I have started the YouTube channel for you all and all my social medias is to share. And I think that we can all give something to the collective. We can all tap in, whether it just be sending out love and light to all, to our universe. It is a glorious space to be in. I do have some time this morning, so I am going to sit through some of your questions here and do a little bit of channeling and answer some questions because it fills my heart to spend a little bit of my morning with you before I venture off into work mode. Today I'm working on a farm. I'm doing animal communication today with some new horses. I'm very excited. I do love the animal communication piece of what I do. Let's see. Okay. Do my spirit guides have any messages for me regarding direction and choices? Okay, when I kind of lean in there regarding direction, have you been faced with I feel like there's more than one direction or more than one choice here when I lean into that. I also feel that you kind of have your own knowing. I feel like your guides have been talking to you quite loudly. Because I can feel that push against my back. I do feel that you need to keep your feet moving is kind of how I'm feeling it. I also feel though that there's a lot of overthinking. They're telling me, Kay, that there's a lot of overthinking, that you're over analyzing, you're sitting in it is kind of what I'm feeling from the angelics. I also feel, Kay, that the number 3 keeps coming up for me. So I'm feeling like 3 months ago, there has been a significant change that your guides are bringing you forward, because I feel a new guide coming in right around the 3-month mark with some opportunity. And I feel like you have been asking. I feel like you're a powerful manifester. And I just have to get you to clean that up a little bit and tap in and allow your own higher self to connect and hear that. I also feel trust is coming right into the forefront for you. I feel like you're being asked to trust yourself. And I feel a lot of spiritual growth being kind of put in your path as well, with pick up what resonates with you and test taste a little bit. I feel like, and speaking of test tasting, that's exactly how they're showing it to me. I feel like you're going to be asked or shown or given opportunities to taste new things and to be okay with, no, that's not for me. Yep, I want to try that out. I don't, that doesn't feel right for me. I feel that getting louder, and your spirit guides are asking you to embrace that, to embrace the change and to embrace the allowing and to embrace the trust. And I feel that you're being called more forward and more forward into that, Kate. And I think the volume is getting up loud and loud and louder. Was the new relationship, Kay, 3 months ago? I'm just curious if there's a reference, or did things change in that relationship 3 months ago? Because the 3 months ago seems to be a really strong reference there. I've also had, okay, where about the 3 months, Kay? I'll just give you an opportunity to ask me that, because they're not taking the 3 away from me. So I'll give you a chance just to answer that before I move on. Yes, it started about 3 months ago. Perfect. Now I understand the 3. I always like to make sure I got the validation so that it makes sense to you. So thank you very much, Kay, for validating that 3 for me. I feel that the change is going to get louder and louder. I do feel that you're going to listen. We've known each other for years, and now we've gotten back together. Okay. I feel that you're going to navigate through that. I do feel a lot of choice there. We do have choice and free will with what we want. So not everything is etched in our soul contracts on this is exactly how it's going to go. We do have the choice and free will. But one thing that I feel that's coming up for you is I have to remind you, Kay, that you are supported. So I'm not sure if you're feeling not supported or in need to have a lot of more support, because I'm hearing very loud and clear that you're supported. So I need you to kind of tap into that. But I feel that part of the lesson here is feeling into your own inner knowing, your own, because this is what the spirit guide that came to you at that 3-month mark. Your spirit guide is asking you to come in and kind of feel that, because you already know the answer to that. Okay, I also feel the health stuff cleaning up a little bit, 100%, see your doctor and go through those processes. But I feel that being cleaned up. I'm not feeling a huge caution or or I don't feel heavy with it. So I see a lot of light around you. So I think that piece of it is going to clear. But as always, follow, your medical directives and listen to the medical people in your life. The spice of life, Lana, my fiance had a major work accident and it has changed our lives and turned it upside down. I've been in a very sad place since. Do you see the progress for his recovery? Do you see any progress for his recovery? Okay. If I can just get you to Spice of Life, if I can just get you to acknowledge the number 4 for me, this will either April or the 4th of a month being a significant anniversary or a birthday or a significant date or month, sorry, for you or him, the month of April. I also feel, and I'm also feeling my legs. So I'm not sure if he's having trouble with walking or if his legs are sore, but I'm really feeling my legs and my lower back. I do see a lot of progress, actually. And I also feel that the people that are coming to help with that progress, I feel like he's in the right direction there. I don't feel that that he's not doing the right things, or I feel the right help has come to him. I also have to tap into his worthiness. I feel like holding him and letting him know how worthy he is. I don't know if his worthiness has dropped a bit since this accident, but I feel like I have to hold him in the vibration of worthy. It keeps coming up for me. I also have a spirit guide that has been with him for a very long time. I'm feeling a wolf around him, that's been with him for many, many, many years. And the wolf brings in a lot of protection, a lot of guidance. I also feel that this major work accident could have been much worse. I do feel like there was some help in protecting him in some of this, and I do feel he is going to navigate through it. I do. I really feel quite strongly that he's going to overcome it. I also feel within him a stubbornness that is also going to serve him very well. I feel like he's got this piece of him that can be very stubborn, and he's going to use that to help with his own recovery as well. I also, with this guy, I feel that I don't know why I keep wanting to smile. I don't know if he has a big smile or if he's a happier person, but I keep wanting to smile when I tap into him energetically. What a lovely person. I just feel a lot of loving energy, a lot of just a lot of goodness in his heart. I feel a lot of goodness here. I do think he's going to do quite well in his recovery. Spice of Life. Oh my God, he can't walk yet. I can feel his legs. 100%. Thank you very much for validating. You're spot on. Spirit is always spot on. If you can just acknowledge the 4 for me. I keep seeing that 4, the Spice of Life. So is he one of 4 or the month of April? I need to kind of figure out that 4. I'm sitting here crying. Thank you, Lana. You are so welcome, the Spice of Life. You are so welcome. I do think he's going to walk. I do feel that recovery with him. I really do. I just feel that his strength and his stubbornness is going to come out. His birthday is March 4th. There is the 4. Thank you very much. I appreciate that 4. Spirit is relentless. They don't take things away from me quite often until I've understood them, which is why I had to push you to answer that 4. They don't take it away. His birthday is 3/4. Yeah. There's perfect. I love that. Spice of Life, does he have a very stubborn, and you're April, so there's the 4 as well, so more validation. Spice of Life, does he have a stubborn nature? And I don't mean it in a bad way. It feels like quite positive, like a determination. Before this accident, was he a quite determined person? Because I feel that bubbling up in him. I feel like he's going to really tap into that and use that as motivation. Yeah, he does. Yeah, I'm not surprised because I can feel that. That stubborn side to him, he's going to dig deep and embrace that. And he's going to be, he has a fighting spirit. Yeah. And that's going to be a big part of recovery. Our thoughts are very powerful and they create our reality. And I don't feel that this person is just going to lie down and surrender to, to not being well. I feel that he's going to roll up his sleeves and work hard. And I do feel, you'll have to send me an email and let me know how he does with the walking, because I do think he's going to walk. The more that I talk about him, the less pain I'm feeling in my legs. So for me, that's validation. So I do hope that helps you. Much love and light. If you would like me to send some healing light to him, I'm happy to do that as well. Spice of Life, I'm not quite finished with you. I just need to remind you, I need to tap into you for a moment because your spiritual gas tank feels a little low for me. I need to lean you into hope. I need to lean you into everything is always working out for me. I need to lean you into topping up that spiritual gas tank for you. Make sure that you're looking after yourself in all this as well, energetically especially. Energetically, I need to kind of tap into that. Diane, am I going to succeed in channeling? Diane, I really feel that you are going to do very well with channeling. What I need to kind of talk to you about, Diane, is I need you to really work in on allowing what Spirit is showing me about you is my own reflection about with my journey with my mediumship. And one thing that I have learned over the years that I have been doing this is Spirit's going to give me what I'm ready for, and Spirit's going to give me what I'm willing to allow. So what I need to kind of get you to tap into is, and I get it, there were many times, and even nowadays, I still feel that gate, I like a racehorse gate, like I want more, and I feel myself pushing up against that. Diane, that's quite a normal feeling because it's an incredible journey to channel and to work in those dimensions. I feel like I've got to get you to kind of stay in the present moment with mastering where you're at. You will get more. The more you trust, the more you get. So I really need to kind of lean you into that a little bit more. I spent a lot of time with spirit I felt like I was never going to go up to the next level. Like, I was never going to, yeah, it just felt like that sometimes. And it's because we're so focused on time here in the physical world. We focus on, I want it now, I want it now, I want it now, I want more. And that's kind of how, in a lot of ways we're programmed. Next level, next level. Enjoy the space where you're at with the mastering, with the channeling. I think you're going to do very, very well. I do feel you have a lot of trust. I just feel that excitement with you, with so excited to get more from spirit, so excited to learn more. They're going to give you more when you're ready. That's one thing that I have learned with spirit over the years. And I've just learned to be grateful with where I'm at and what they're giving me and what I'm learning. And if I'm not getting more, it's because I still have more learning. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind when you feel that gate that you want to kind of bust through. They'll give it to you. They will definitely give it to you. Spice of life, you've made my year, Lan. I can't thank you enough for the gift you have given me today. Thank you so much. Please send him love and light. I'll definitely email you. You are so welcome. I am so grateful that this has brought you some love and some healing and a little bit of peace of mind. I'm just going to scroll back up here. I do have a question for somebody on here. Has somebody fairly recently lost their mom? I feel like this month of September is significant. There's also a reference to the name Jamie, or I think it's Jamie living. I also have to talk about with this mom. I also have to talk about the month of June being significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. She's also showing me a field of wildflowers. So either she was big into wildflowers or big into like growing wildflowers, but I'm suddenly in a beautiful garden filled with wildflowers. The garden or the field is well maintained, but it is definitely wildflowers. She's also talking about the name Chris or Kristen. So it's living, definitely living. And I feel like there's a reference to the name Margaret or Mary. I'm hearing, it might be both because I'm hearing both, Margaret or Mary. I also feel like she passed from a chest related cancer. I'm in my upper chest, so either heart or lungs. It's definitely a cancer. I don't feel any heart or pneumonia related stuff. I feel like, and I also feel like this was a late diagnosis. I saw like end stage, and I feel like I passed really quickly, even though it was expected. Does anybody resonate to this lovely lady? I also feel she's also showing me the month of November being significant anniversary or birthday. With living, she's showing me the number 3. So either you're one of 3. Yep, one of 3. So she's got 3 kids here in the spirit dimension or physical world. She's also got with her. She's quite chatty, so if you can just give me a moment here, hopefully she resonates with someone. She's also talking to me about somebody living with an Alzheimer's or dementia. She's pointing to the physical world as somebody living with Alzheimer's or dementia, and that this person has been seeing her visit. 100% she is visiting. She wants you to know that she's very much okay in the spirit dimension. She's also talking about the person who is a teacher in the physical world, and she's also very proud of her family. She's also asking, this is lovely. So she's got to connect to my US followers. She's also asking you to really enjoy the Thanksgiving holiday. She will be there. She's also making a joke that you will never be able to master her gravy. Oh, I love her. Huge sense of humor. Huge sense of humor. Let's see where I go. Are baby spirits around us before they are conceived or born? I'm hoping to start a family next year and would love to know. Lauren, that is a beautiful question. I love that question. I'm going to get to that question in just a moment. But if anybody is either watching the replay or is listening and can connect to that lovely lady in the spirit dimensions, you're welcome to just leave a comment and I'll tap into her a little bit more, even after the live feed, because spirit doesn't come through unless they're going to connect. So, and I always trust that. Lauren, so yes, they do. They do connect to us before that they're born, and I'll tell you how. So we all have a soul family. So there's an agreement in the spirit dimension that you made with other souls that we're going to connect to you, and they do connect to us before they come. And sometimes we can feel them. I've had so many women say to me, I was seeing little flashes of light, I was seeing little orbs, and it felt like a baby energy, and I didn't even know I was pregnant, or I found out shortly after that I was pregnant, or I had this knowing that this baby was coming. Quite often they do connect with us, and the reason that they're connecting is that you're opening up to them. You're open just with your thoughts about, I'm hoping to start a family. You probably have a little bit of, nervousness or uncertainty on how that's going to go, and because you're open, you're asking, and you may be feeling them. You may be feeling them around you. They also come to us, and this is quite fascinating. They often come to us when the time is getting close that they are coming, because they are souls that are going to be coming to us. So they will often hang out with us as that time gets closer and closer for us physical world. That was a really good question. Really good question. Happy birthday, Fernanda. Happy birthday to you. What a glorious day to be celebrating you on this Thanksgiving. Any messages from my spirit guides? I instantly see a spirit guide holding your right hand. She has been with you a long time. I haven't heard her name yet. Fernanda, I haven't heard her name yet. I may or I may not. Sometimes I don't. What she's and I feel like she's been with you quite a while. Actually, I feel like she's been with you since since you were quite young. What she is doing with your right hand is she's telling me that you do better with guidance that you are aware of, and she's kind of holding your right hand and kind of very lightly kind of steering you in new directions that feel very good to me. She's telling me that you don't do well with being pushed. You don't like to be pushed, or you don't like to be followed, but you do like that gentle guidance. She also needs to tap into with you with understanding that you are enough. She keeps saying that over and over and over to me. You are enough. You are enough. She's also taken away the concept of time for you. So I don't know if you're very time focused or time orientated, but she's kind of taking that time piece away, which is kind of learning to trust and learning to just that power of now is kind of what she's talking to me. She's also talking to me about not looking over your shoulder. So I don't know if you've been kind of looking back at I see you looking back a lot on your journey with, did I do that right, or I shouldn't have done that. She keeps saying you're not going that way. She's turning your head. She also has a big sense of humor. She keeps turning my head with, she's not going that way anymore. You did the best that you could, over your lifetime. You've always done the best that you could. She also is showing me that it's time to take some time, and she's showing me the old saying, stop and smell the roses. Sometimes you need to kind of slow down and kind of observe more of what's around you, the beauty and everything else. I'm very time focused. Aha, Fernanda. Oh, I love the validation today. She's saying that you need to kind of like, yes, the physical world does, and I have this conversation with spirit all the time. Yes, the physical world does run on a lot of timelines, right? We have to be at work on time. We have to get up on time. But sometimes, excuse me, sorry, sometimes we become too focused on that, and we become too time orientated, where we think everything has to happen by this time of our life, or we become too time orientated. And that's what she's saying to me, is just sometimes we need to slow down and just take a moment every day. It doesn't have to be like slow your whole life right down, but just take a moment every day to say, oh my gosh, that sky is beautiful. Oh my goodness, the clouds around me, or there's beauty on my walk today. She's showing me that piece of the time that you kind of have to work with. She's also showing me you're very hypersensitive, like empath, hypersensitive to negativity. I feel like it really either negativity, you have a heightened awareness to negativity, or you feel negativity from other people, like you pick up a lot of that. She's just kind of reminding you to kind of Don't pick up what's not yours. And if you feel better protecting yourself from negativity, you need to kind of lean into that a little bit and just kind of, love and light, some beautiful, healthy boundaries when it comes to other people's stuff. And that's a big one for a lot of us. Sometimes, people are dealing with their own stuff, and all we can do is be a beautiful, I definitely absorb other people's emotions. Yeah. She's asking you to kind of work on that a little bit, Fernanda, to just kind of be more aware of not picking up or absorbing what's not yours. I feel a lot of holding energy in your stomach. So I don't know if you have like a nervous stomach or if you have any tummy issues. I don't feel it terrible. I feel it energetic. So I don't know if your anxiety comes from your stomach area or what it is when you're faced with other people's negativity, but I feel that in your stomach, Fernanda, quite a bit, actually. So, or perhaps it's a little bit of acid reflux. I'm just feeling your stomach when it comes to other people's stuff. Start working on protecting yourself a little bit. If crystals resonate with you, there's all kinds of crystals that help with protection, smudging yourself, surrounding yourself with white light, offering loving energy to people who are struggling. Yes, I struggle with anxiety. Yeah, I feel it in your stomach. So just kind of be aware of that. Okay. If you're having a day where your stomach feels a little bit off, I need you to pause and ask yourself, who have I been around? What have I picked up? Very simple things like this is what I'll often do. I want to put that down. It's not mine. I'll literally wipe myself off sometimes. I'll rub my legs and just to kind of remind myself that that's not mine. And then I just send out a healing, loving energy to whoever I feel may be struggling, or just even collectively, whatever I'm picking up on today, wrap them in love and light to help them with their healing. Makes sense? I hope that makes sense to you, Fernanda. Let's just see where I need to go. I do have to be a little bit mindful of the time here, so I'm not 100% ready for the horses that I'm working with today. What do you think? Can we change our genetic material with the power of the mind? What does spirit say? That is a very good question. That is a very good question. I do feel that the power of the mind can change great things because I do feel that sometimes what we are aware enough is the rabbit hole that we go down. So, do I believe that our genetic makeup or genetic material can be altered? I feel that the energy can shift that. I can sit here for hours telling you incredible stories where people change their energy and their thought process and heal themselves, whether it just be through any kind of issues or any kind of anxiety, right to health stuff. I once seen somebody who had a mass on a CT, refused to believe it, worked hard to clear that up and to not accept that mass. This is a true story. I hand to heart, I swear. And the repeat CT scan, the mass had shrunk, and 3 months later, the mass was gone. And this person was adamant that they were not going to accept that and worked powerfully with healing that. I feel that our thoughts and our energy has an impact on so many things. And when it comes down to, for example, like changing the pattern or breaking a cycle, that is energetic work. That is saying it stops here with me. It stops here with me. Our thoughts create our reality. A lot of people struggle with that because we do struggle with getting out of the mindset. But there have been many, many, many profound stories from people who have healed themselves or healed things genetically handed down to them, whether it be addictions or whether it be certain behaviors. I have time and time and time again heard so many incredible stories. There's actually a Netflix movie, I think it's called Heal, that I've watched it years ago, or a few years ago, and it was a profound documentary on this exact topic, on people who healed themselves. It's an incredible story of miracles that people have shifted. That is a great question. Thank you very much for posting that question. I'm just going to scroll through here. I'll be on for another minute or two. I'm really pulled this thing on here today. Is it Easy Puff? If I may, I would like to know if there's anything specific or guides need me to know, because I've been constantly seeing 47, 37, 27. If I've looked them up, but I seem to not be understanding the message. I don't have my angel numbers book here to look them up. Quite what I really feel, that part of this message here for you is I feel like the angelics are asking you to acknowledge them, asking you to deepen that belief system that you're guided. So I don't know if you're questioning some of the spirit dimensions, or if you're overthinking. Am I guided? Do I have one? Is this kind of, am I crazy? I need you to acknowledge when you see those numbers. Thank you very much, spirit guides. I know you're here and I know you're helping me, and I'm open to that. I feel like these numbers are connecting to an opening, to opening you more, to opening and acknowledging. Sometimes when it comes to the angelics, we kind of put up, well, what if it's not real? What if I'm talking to myself? And what if I'm making this stuff up? They're saying acknowledge. I'm hearing that they need to be acknowledged. The more we acknowledge, the closer they come. And I really feel that connects there with you. The more that you acknowledge, the more that they're coming. I do hope that resonates there. Let's just scroll down here. You are all very welcome. Nisa, I'm going to visit my family to celebrate Thanksgiving. Any messages for me or my loved ones? Nisa, I feel the powerhouse energy with your family, with a lot of gratitude this Thanksgiving. I just feel that it's a lot. It's loud. I feel it very, very loud. I also feel that there's a lot of enjoyment. There seems to be a lot more joy with this Thanksgiving, and the volume is going to be turned up louder. And you may not understand that until you're celebrating your Thanksgiving or until you're in the moment, but it feels like it's a lot louder. And I think that there's going to be a natural lean into with everything that is right now is what I'm hearing. I feel like collectively your family is going to be leaning into that big time, that there's a lot of things that are right now. I just feel that. I also feel such a strong bond with your family. I feel like there's like a growth or a tighter string of light that seems to be connecting each and every one of you. So I don't know if there's been some healing stuff going on that people have been kind of working through and going through. And it may be like their own inner healing or their own just kind of coming home to themselves more. But I just feel that stronger connection with your family, and spirit's tying this beautiful bow around, like just around everybody. Everyone's good. Everyone's connected. We're going to celebrate and sit in this and the essence of joy. I know it's Thanksgiving, but I feel like, and I know like we all put out a lot of food. I really feel that your family goes like way over the top. And I love that. So really enjoy and indulge and enjoy that vibration. Thanksgiving is a beautiful holiday. It, connects us all at a very deep level. We all practice that pause when we're all together. Kind of feel that. When you're celebrating your Thanksgiving celebrations, just kind of be aware of that energy. Just step back for a moment and kind of feel it. When people are laughing and enjoying the food and enjoying whatever, however you celebrate, just take a moment and just kind of find a place, just kind of like in the back of the room, perhaps. Just kind of feel the energy. Energy is incredible to tap into, and I think sometimes we get really caught up in it. We don't take the time to really feel that vibration. I love to kind of find myself at the back of the room, just sitting and feeling everybody's connection and feeling connected to everyone, and just kind of pause in that moment. I love to do it at festivities. I love to feel different vibrations and to just kind of absorb it and kind of top up my own spiritual juices. It's exciting to sit in that, because I think sometimes it's really easy for us to sit in what's missing or to sit in what's wrong. We do that quite well, don't we? We do sit in things that are really that we're have a heightened awareness of, but I don't think we sit and absorb enough of what's right and what's beautiful, and just kind of feel it and just kind of allow that to flow through us. And I know for me, sometimes it can be very moving emotionally when we tap into and feeling that. Um, so I would try that, all of you. I would try that. Just feel the energy. Allow it to penetrate even deeper. Allow it to move in and move in inwards rather than just knowing. Because we do know our families together and we do know that we're having a good time, but bring it in, feel it in that heart space. Really tap into that vibration. It's powerful stuff. I promise you, it's powerful stuff to be able to open it, to just kind of hold it there in your heart. It's glorious. I am wishing you a wonderful, glorious, spirit guided Thanksgiving. May you indulge in all things glorious and delicious and magical. There's a lot of magic. I've heard. I wasn't aware of it until I think this year. There was a lot of talk on the radio about Friendsgiving. I love that. I absolutely love that. So if you're gathering with friends and, like enjoy that as well. And what's always great too is starting new traditions. I'm not quite done talking. I was just about to sign off, and Spirit just jumped in my ear and said, new traditions are good too. And, sit with that and see what new tradition kind of flows through your mind. Anything new you want to insert this Thanksgiving, or anything new that you might want to add to, or do something a little bit different. I kind of do that with all holidays. I just kind of insert and allow where they need to go. See if that resonates with you. Try something new this Thanksgiving. Insert a new tradition, or just even a one-time tradition, whether it be a gratitude bowl on your table or by the front door when people come into your home. Ask them to write a gratitude and then randomly pull it out around the table and just read each other's gratitudes. That's a very powerful and fun thing to do at Thanksgiving. I like to on quite often, but also on holidays, I like to take a meal to someone on the streets. I literally pack up a little dish, a disposable dish, and I find someone homeless and I bring them something to eat. And quite often, people can go in different directions and hand something out, and then all meet back at your home. Insert a little tradition, or something new this Thanksgiving, something spiritual that resonates with you. It really helps spread love, light, and blessings. It really does help spread. And collectively, I do feel that as a collective, we're doing much better at that. We're doing much better at helping others and at sharing love and light. We're doing great things. We really are. Yes, there's a lot that's not great in this physical world, but there is so much that is beautiful. There is so much that we are doing. Love, light, blessings, and a spirit guided weekend, y'all. Take good care.